Our male duck, the drake, started showing some real aggression towards our chickens, especially the hens. He wasn't just curious or playful. He was snipping at their feathers, chasing them, even trying to pin them down like he would a female duck. It quickly turned into a daily pattern. The chickens became anxious around him, and the flock just didn't feel safe anymore. We gave it some time, hoping maybe it was just a phase or a bit of confusion, but it didn't get better, it got worse. So we made the hard decision to rehome him. He found a new place with other ducks, and honestly, everyone, especially the hens, are a lot calmer now. So why would a drake act like that? Why be aggressive towards our hens, but not with his own female ducks? Well, it really comes down to instinct and biology. Ducks and chickens are different species and they don't communicate the same way. Chickens have their own body language, their own social rules. Ducks have theirs too, and a drake can misread a hen's body language. What seems like normal chicken behavior to us might seem like a challenge or even an invitation to a drake, and that's when problems start. Male ducks are also very driven by hormones, especially in spring and summer. During mating season, drakes get more aggressive and territorial. If there aren't enough female ducks around, or if the drake feels the need to assert dominance, he might turn his attention towards chickens. Not because he prefers them, but because he's confused or frustrated. And that confusion can turn into aggression, especially when hens don't respond the way a duck would. In our case, we had female ducks in the flock, but here's the other strange part. None of our duck eggs were fertilized, not one. Sometimes the drake just doesn't mate with the female ducks at all. If he was overly focused on the chickens, whether because of frustration or because he saw them as easier to dominate, he might not have even attempted to mate with the female ducks. It could also be that he tried, but the mating wasn't successful. Ducks have a very specific mating process that involves balance, timing, and trust. If the female ducks weren't receptive, or if the drake didn't mount properly, fertilization wouldn't happen. Sometimes it takes a bit of maturity and calm for a drake to figure things out, and our guy may not have been there yet. Another possibility is that he just wasn't fertile. It happens. Some male ducks are sterile, even if they're healthy and active. You wouldn't know unless you incubate eggs and check for development, which is what we did, and found nothing. So between his aggressive behavior and the lack of fertilized eggs, it became clear that keeping him wasn't in the best interest of the flock. We made sure he went to a home with only ducks, no chickens, so he could be around his own kind and hopefully learn to settle down. Sometimes it takes a more duck-savvy environment to help a drake mellow out. And here, our chickens are back to being peaceful and relaxed. The female ducks are happier too. No more stress, no more chasing, no more plucked feathers. It was a tough decision, but the right one. Now, if you're facing a situation like this and your drake is becoming a problem, there are a few things you can try before deciding to rehome him. One thing is increasing the number of female ducks. The ideal ratio is at least 3 to 5 females per drake. If there aren't enough girls to go around, the drake can get frustrated, and that's when he might start turning towards chickens or getting aggressive overall. Another option is separating your ducks and chickens either permanently or at least during the peak of mating season. A split pen or fence can keep everyone visible to each other but safe. That way he can still feel like part of the flock without causing damage. You could also try creating a drake bachelor pen where males are kept together away from females and chickens. It can help them chill out and reset without the hormones driving everything. And then there's restraining. Some people have success using gentle redirection, like moving the drake away when he starts to chase hens, or providing distractions like treats and toys. But this only works in mild cases. If the aggression is serious, like ours was, it's often safest to rehome the drake entirely. That's what we did, and we made sure he went to a place with only ducks, no chickens. That way he could still live a good life without putting other animals at risk. Since then, our chickens have become calmer, our female ducks are more relaxed, and the whole flock just has a better rhythm to it. So if you have a mixed flock like we do, it's really important to watch your drake's behavior closely. A little chasing might not seem like a big deal at first, but it can escalate fast. Always put the safety of your birds first, because once feathers start flying, it's time to make a choice. And sometimes that choice means letting one bird go to protect the rest, like we had to do. So in the end, we did what was best for our flock. As much as we cared for our drake, his behavior was putting the chickens, and especially the hens, at risk. Sometimes, no matter how much we want our animals to get along, nature has its own rules. Mixed flocks can work, but not every bird fits into every setup. Letting go was hard, but the peace and safety it brought to the rest of our animals made it the right decision. Now our chickens are thriving, everybody's calm, and the entire coop feels balanced again. As always, we thank you for watching and supporting our channel, and we will see you next time.